At the height of the auto industry crisis, this program obtained and reported on an internal Senate Republican memo which opposed the auto bailout. The GOP hope that the entire auto industry would die because, quote, Republicans should stand firm and take their first shot against organized labor. Tonight, while Mr. Issa and other Republicans in Washington tell America's richest they can order off the menu, it turns out the richest are orchestrating a full-on assault on working-class Americans at the state level. The New York Times reporting that in multiple states across the country, especially states where Republican governors and legislators are now in charge, there is a growing movement to cripple and even destroy existing unions and the rights of working Americans to unionize. It is based on state-level budget crises. But as the Times reports, the movement extends far beyond just the unions for government workers. The Times does not explain who is behind this. We will. And the Times does not mention that one of the states in the worst fiscal shape, Texas, is union-free. Republican Governor Rick Perry and his Texas Republican-dominated state legislature will find out sometime in the next week just how far in the hole they are. It may be in the $20 billion range. Without unions to blame, they are planning on cutting health and education for Texas kids and Texas old people. Nevertheless, even some Democrats have at least suggested that union workers are to blame for their budget problems. President Obama freezing pay for federal workers. Incoming Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York expected to do the same for state workers. Recurring Democratic Governor Jerry Brown of California in his latest inauguration speech saying he will re-examine the pension system for state workers there. An AFL-CIO memo obtained by the New York Times warns that Republicans in 16 states will go far further than that they will try to starve public sector unions by funding by requiring members to opt in before their dues could be used for political purposes. But the Republican assault goes even further than that. New Republican Governor John Kasich of Ohio wants to strip teachers of the right to go on strike and end the right of child care and home care workers paid by the state to even join a union. The new Republican Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin also wants to strip government workers of the right to form unions or even to bargain as a group. We can no longer live, Walker says, in a society where the public employees are the haves and the taxpayers who foot the bills are the have-nots. But then why are the Republicans in at least 10 states also trying to prevent private sector unions from using dues for political purposes? Quoting the Times, the American Legislative Exchange Council is quietly spreading these proposals from state to state. That group, ALEC is the acronym, is funded by big business. Of course, it's big pharma, big tobacco, big energy, big insurance, big banks, big automakers. That, according to another website, ALEC Watch. The ALEC website says it is down for maintenance, but a Google cache reveals that its early leadership included Kasich, among others, and a listing of board members includes executives from Walmart, Pharma, and Koch Industries, which helped to bankroll the Tea Party. And if you want to know how national Republicans view not just organized labor, but anybody's labor, the House is changing the name of the Committee on Education and Labor to the Committee on Education and Workforce. No longer is it your labor. Now it's big business's workforce.